Well, boys and girls, here we are halfway through, right down the middle. We're halfway through the work week, which also means we're halfway through fan week here on STP because, I'm sneaking in one extra. We only do five during the week, but we're going to sneak in one extra. We're going to do six this weekend, this fan week. This, Stir in the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest. I forgot what he really wants to go by, and I'm gonna let you know what, Adonis. I want you to do your own intro. How about that? Because I know you've got a whole flavor here going, and I'm not saying all that. I call you Adonis, and that's pretty much it. So you do your own intro on STP. How about that?
All right, well, Donnie the Don, the hypest kid on the planet. Talk to him, like Five Nights would say.
Adonis, welcome to the show. I appreciate you wanting to come on and hang out and join us during Fan Week because we've been having some fun. We had one Greg, I got to say it one way and one way only, Greg Jones Isaacson. And we had last night, that was Monday, but last night we had some Joey G, and we've been having a lot of fun. And there seems to be a theme about Fan Week, and we're going to talk about that even in today's episode as well. And that's basically the connections between the fans, the wrestlers. You meet them show after show. You get to know them a little bit more here and there. You meet new ones. And it seems like it's a theme of Fan Week is the connections that we as fans make with the talents that we go see in ring. But we'll get to that in a little bit. If you notice, boys and girls, we're wearing we're repping our Kylon King merch. Please tell the boys and girls that are watching STP, Kylon King is who to one Adonis Stewart?
One of the greatest persons you will ever meet in life. Wonderful influence. One of the best persons you will ever meet. I'm telling you.
Oh, big love for one Kylon King. And I know the boys and girls are very nowadays. If you do not know who Kylon King is, along with the rest of the Miracle Gen, you've been living under a rock somewhere because these kids are young, hungry, and hot AF right now. So let's just kind of stick with Mr. Kylon King because I seen Mr. King way back a few years. We're turning back a bit, way like even pre-King COVID, if you will. And when he first started, and that kid was really, he was different, Adonis. He was nippy. He was wordy. He was nasty. And me and him, we didn't have the greatest relationship. So do you remember, and I'm almost positive that you do, do you remember when Kylon King came in and he wasn't as popular as he was nowadays? Do you remember those days?
Yes.
Uh, the turning of the tables between the not so nice Kylon to what we know now. Two different things, two different people, two different times. Why don't you talk to us about seeing Kylon grow as a person, a man, and as a wrestler because you've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about seeing Kylon King grow up as a performer and a wrestler.
Well, I would say first is that one, he has the athleticism. Can't say that. The kicks to the face, or what do you call it, is phenomenal. The drop kick, phenomenal. The bumps he takes is phenomenal. He does it like it's a professional.
Why don't you describe to the boys and girls what Kylon King's suicide dive looks like?
Extremely powerful. Like, I don't even know
It's
rather have.
it's basically like a bullet train just coming right at you. That kid, I don't think I've ever seen anyone's suicide dive with such G force, such torque, such just oomph when he runs to those ropes and comes at his opponent. And especially if you're on that side where his opponent is standing, When they
You
say
don't want to
move,
be right there.
no, you better get your ass up and move to the side because Kylon King is not stopping, and not even for Foggy. And Foggy doesn't move for nobody. But I'll tell you, Foggy's gotten in the line of fire from one Kylon King maybe more than once. He's a lot of fun along with Miracle Generation, Dustin Flash Waller, along with the Haven collectively being Sean Knight and Jay Onyx. Now, I always mention the four of them because if you see nowadays, it's pretty much you see Kylon King and Kylon King and Dustin Flash Waller as a tag team being titled, as Miracle Generation. But if I'm not mistaken, that's the way they came up in Miracle Generation was all four of them collectively.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And you've seen that firsthand at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, haven't you? Now, seeing Mama Haven, Family Haven, seeing Family Kylon coming out to these shows, yourself and your pop, Manny. No, I'll just call him King. I gotta call him King, or he'll get a little upset. I gotta call him King. I don't want nobody upset at me. Going to the shows and having the fun with other families that are supporting their loved ones in the ring. It's got to be so much fun, but even a little bit more special with doing it with Dad. Can you talk to us about going to the shows and stuff with Dad?
It's really experience for real. It's like you meet new people. You're a part of one huge family. Like it's the family that you can never get out of. Like once you're a fan, you can never get out of it. And watching those matches, and you could feel the ring, and you feel the tensions in the building at Paradise Alley or whatever other promotions you feel. You feel the action, you feel the aliveness.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much, and every time I see it, that makes me build my character since I want to become a pro wrestler and I'm moving up. So it's building strong enthusiasm for me to start and put in my mind to where I want to go to in life, and that's in that ring. Going against one of those by Nine Noriega, Lucas Chase, Showtime Marcel Williams, any one of them.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you kind of started at PAPW in East Haven. And you're kind of, excuse me, you're kind of making your way around to a few different promotions. Could you tell us which promotions you visited and checked out so far?
Paradise Alley, of course. Texas Shrimp,
Mm-hmm.
Empire Pro, Coliseum, Shut Up and Wrestle,
Mm-hmm.
and New Age Wrestling.
Oh, okay, New Age. Let's see. Wait. Uh, Tough and Talented. Have you ever been at Tough and Talented?
No, not one yet. I might make my appearance.
Okay, and there's one more. BST, Blood, Sweat, Tears. Haven't you been at a Blood, Sweat, Tears?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember a couple times. There was this tall ass kid, Alex, coming making his way, and I actually remember specifically doing a promo with either both of you or separately on one of those BST shows because I was really messing with the House of Pain. I love to mess with those guys.
Shout out to them too.
Hell yeah, Nick Payne
Ali.
and Hakeem, Hakeem Ali collectively as. Now, boys and girls, I just want to get this, just like it's Q the ref and not ref Q. It's the House of Pain. It's not, and I know we all chant HOP and all of that, House of Pain, but if you really want to look them up and follow them on the social medias, you have to add DA, the House of Pain, or you won't be able to get on board with the HOP Express, if you will. So when you're looking at when you're looking up the House of Pain, you got to add the DA at the beginning of it. Those guys, two big guys, but man, they can do some cool shit in the ring. I mean, seeing big guys like that, I've seen Hakim. I'm sure you have. He does a suicide dive, and it scares the living shit out of me for everybody around him. You've been front and center for one of those, yeah?
Yes. Sure have been.
Now, being at Paradise Alley Pro, out of East Haven, them guys, they really have a good time. They have a decent roster. They bring in other talent from other promotions and whatnot, and try to give it a different flavor. They have some of their smaller shows at their facility, which they call the Paradise Alley Fights.
Alley
And
fight.
yeah, those things are really a lot of fun, and they're only $10. I mean, it's a lot of fun over there. But since we're talking fans here, and I didn't get to go to TOS this past one, the Training Day 33. It brings a tear when I missed any TOS, but it was a send off for one of the regular fans at PAPW, George Kelly. Could you talk, because I wasn't there? Didn't you go to Training Day 33?
I did. Yes, I have.
Uh, could you talk to us about how, first off, Training Day 33? How was that? It looks like a lot of fun. I was watching some of it on YouTube. I was catching pieces.
It was fantastic, but it was super hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was super hot, but the crowd was boiling still. I was
uh,
hyped.
it's like a legitimate. It's like a sauna at the test of strength. Yeah. What was your favorite match? Because I know there was probably like 6 matches if I'm not mistaken. But which one was your favorite at Training Day 33?
It had to be the 8-man tag match with Matthias, SWB, and Miracle Generation versus the A Game, Fly Nine Noriega, Lucas Chase, and I forgot the other person.
Man, you just listed off some really hot names right now. The Cure, Lucas Chase, you've mentioned a couple times. Really, really hot on the scene right now. I've been speaking about him an awful lot since his transformation, I like to call it, because he was somebody different really not that long ago. Went to Texas, did some training at the Rhodes Academy Wrestling in Texas, as I stated. The Rhodes Wrestling Academy run by Dustin Rhodes over there. Man, he came back and just not the same wrestler, not the same person, not the same physique, not the same anything. I mean, legitimately, this guy like transformed. And you've seen him before, right? You've seen Lucas Chase before, and then when he came
Yes,
back, right? Uh, totally different. I mean, am I wrong there?
no, you're not different, totally person.
Uh, a bigger pain in the ass too, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Uh, do you find yourself having a little more fun when you cheer for the good guys, or when you really give the booze and the business to the bad guys? Do you feel there's a little more fun in doing one of the two, or just all of it is equally as fun?
All of it is equally as fun, but I'm gonna cheer for who I feel like is gonna win the match, or it's either different. I feel like Hill's gonna win, then the face is gonna lose, and then the face wins, the Hill's gonna lose. So it's basically what I put my mind to, like who's gonna win, like what move are they gonna use?
Uh, Speaking of booze, Fly Nine Noriega himself, Fly Nine Noriega, he is the flyest MFer in the room. Uh,
He is not the flyest in the room. Do you see him with new J's on or Nikes? No, that's not the flyest in the room. The flyest in the room has to come with the personality, and I feel like he doesn't have that.
oh,
Maybe we're on the maybe side. Maybe and maybe not.
maybe. He was kind of booing you when I announced that you were coming on. Well, I usually do it in the morning before work when I announce who's coming on said day. And I want to say almost immediately, uh, one flyest MFer in the room, he was with middle fingers and big boos and how's it feel and all of this, because you really give him, I mean, not that I don't, I mean, I'm not trying to say that you're the only one, but you're really loud and proud with those boos for Fly Night. Uh, why not cheer for Fly Night and boo instead? But you boo. How come?
It's the certain way he comes and approaches me. That's sometimes why I don't cheer for him or boo for him. And then his special partner, paid in full, so-called Edric, I want to call him like that. He wants to come in the conversation. Well, wasn't this about T West or whatever that show? He was gonna lose. I said he was gonna lose, and he did lose, which you should listen to me. So I knew that, and then that's why. Because it's really have to have a personality, and I just feel like he doesn't get that.
I'm gonna kind of stay on this field right now. Also, you have, I don't know where, how, or why this all started, or where it's gonna where it's gonna go, but yourself, Adonis Stewart, and one, the prof, my brother, my friend, mi amigo, Rick Del Santo. He runs himself some PWZ podcasts. We love some PWZ podcasts. You guys have some kind of feud going on. Where does it stem from? Let's just start right there. What the hell is going on? What started all of this?
It really, we just bicker. It's just It's like we're a family. We just bicker, and just like it's just like we trying to be funny to each other, but it's really an 11 way. So it's really not beef for them. It's just the way that we talk to each other.
Uh, okay, because I've never seen it any other way than that way. So it's not like, it's not like there's been any hugs or any daps or any, hey, brother. There's been none of that. It's always been a, you nerd, and all sorts of like digging and digging more. And it comes back from Adonis. And I've never seen really any family love, if you will. I've only seen family digging. So, I mean, hey, if that's the relationship that you and Rick Del Santo have, God love you. Because I got a couple of those myself, to be honest with you. Oof. It's a little strenuous at times to hold those kind of feuds because, man, it weighs on you a little bit at times. It really gets you going. And I mean, let's just be honest, Adonis. It kind of you're easy to get going. You really get fired up quickly, man. You get really fired up quickly. You're very vocal at the shows. You're excited to want to do an STP, but it seems like you were maybe smoking the ganja or something before STP, because my man is just so laid back and he's not the Adonis that I'm used to seeing. First off, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's just ways that I can show myself, and I could be hyped. Like right now, I can feel hyped, but it's just at the shows, the energy comes to me. Every time I'm at a show, the energy comes. Like I feel it, and I feel every superstar that walks out that curtain.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm gonna know who I should feel energetic for.
Okay. Well, I do the same thing because, I mean, let's face it. I've said it many a time. I'm pretty much the opposite of what you see at the shows. As I'm more reserved. I'm a little more chill. I'm a lot more chill. Let me tell you that. I'm a lot more chill. Quite. I'm quite just homebody-ish, if you will. I don't do a whole lot besides wrestling, besides work. So I was just checking on you. It is all because I'm used to seeing that huge energy, that loud, boisterous voice of one Adonis Stewart. There's something I want to point out when you're at the shows too. Fogman likes to do, Fogman likes to mess with you a little bit as well, because when when you're when one of your favorites are maybe getting choked on the court, like in the turnbuckle, or some stupid nefarious shit is going on in the ring, and that referee is not checking on your guy, you give out a yell, ask him ref, or check him ref, or something like that. And Fogman has taken that on, and he says it at all the shows now, but he says it like Adonis, and I know you've heard it.
Yeah.
Do you laugh when you hear it, or does it really maybe get you going a little bit?
It kind of both. I can realize it's both. Even though, even though I know where I got it from. Well, it was really a match I got it from, so I just wanted to use it a little more. We don't see wrestlers that use that like Phil as a manager. We don't see that anymore. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure. Managers are definitely, and again, that's something that's been lost in wrestling for a while. I mean, we see them, but not very many. They're very, very sporadic and rare nowadays. Um, Now, I'm gonna still stay on the same team with the Battle Academy. Over over at PAPW collectively, we've got Lorenzo Vendetta, Hunter Tarka, Skylar Gray, and my man Nick. I call him Nick, but Nick Lynn. Uh, but collectively, Battle Academy, they really bring it when they get when they're in the ring, when they're outside the ring. Talk to us about Battle Academy and your your relationship, if you will, if at all.
I would say that shout out to Lorenzo Vendetta and Hunter Tarker for being a Coliseum Pro Wrestling Tag
Oh,
Team Championship. I would give them that.
all right.
I feel like Skylar Gray should be a women's champion. Skylar Gray should have a championship. Yes, that's how I feel.
Wow. Okay. What about our friend Jake? I know we don't see Jake an awful lot lately, but man, that kid is money.
He got a little bit of improvement to work on, but we'll see.
That we'll definitely see. I wish he was around more because the Battle Academy has been, doing their thing, really spreading their wings and getting out there, getting their fate. The first ever Coliseum Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Skylar Gray right there in their corner with Hunter and Lorenzo. So you can't take nothing away from them. I mean, I do the Hello Kitty and the Battle Academy meow, but you cannot take anything away from them, because they do their thing out there in the ring. So I've named some of the people that you don't that you either boo or have this wacky relationship with. Why don't you tell us some of your faves?
Kylon King is my top number one.
Okay.
Saying it like that. Big Juicy for women.
Oh, yeah,
Dajay,
we love Big Juicy.
Dajay Simone. Shout out to you.
Yes, we love Dajay.
I will have to say she's not a wrestler though, but I'm have to give her props. Cindy Hart. I have to give her
Oh,
props, even though she's not a wrestler.
oh.
She does everything that you could ask for, and she's a good woman. Also, wonderful job at Shadow of a Wrestler. I have to give it to her.
Big shout out.
Miracle Generation, they definitely get it. I got a shout out to Sunset Steve Garcia for being the new Alley Fight champion at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling.
Yes, congratulations. Very recently, just a few weeks back, still fresh. That was something. Absolutely did not see that coming. Holy cow! What a swerve that was! Because let's face it, Waller has been one hell of a champion over there.
I have to give it
Uh,
out to Marcel Williams,
all
Showtime.
right. Yes, Showtime. Yes. Uh, you've named some really great talents. You added my love, Cindy Hart, right in the middle of that mix. And I'm not saying that she's not a great talent because she does her job very well. She wants to do it very professionally. She's always prepared. If you need a little something extra done, maybe an interview or something, she's right there to step right up and do her thing. So yeah, man, great talents that you just spoke on. Now, and I'm not trying to slight any promotion from any promotion, but where do you feel that your home away from home is? Would it be Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling?
It sure will.
Yeah,
Well,
you've
and
been to
Test of Strength.
Test of Strength because you've been yourself and King have been popping up a little bit more over there at the Test of Strength shows.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, does King do the driving, or do you drive, or what's going on
He
over
does
there?
the driving. Does the driving.
Okay. So when you're going to the shows, I know you guys are excited. You know the talents that are on the cards. I know you see the cards, so I'm assuming you're speaking about what's probably about to happen, you know, on the way to the shows. But why don't you tell us maybe a story or two that on the way home is different, because after the shows, when all the
Yeah.
excitement is
So different.
still running around and you're on the way home, does anything really stand out from leaving one of these events and you and Dad really talking about something hot?
Yes. The story time when Miracle Generation won the Texas Strength Tag Team Championships. I kept
Yes.
talking about it. I was like, they're gonna beat the firm. I know it. And soon as they won that 1, 2, 3, I hugged Sydney so bad I almost started crying myself. It's definitely a night to remember. Every show that you go to, you're gonna have a night to remember.
Mm.
And trust me, I always will.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about the crown that you wear at the shows, because I've worn it, and I think Matt the Court, we were doing a little something outside, or I forget who was doing it, but talk to us about the crown. What's going on there?
Okay, the crown originated because Kylon had the black crown in some of his pictures. So that where the crown originated from me wearing it because he had it on. So it made me come go and get one to show him more support that I could show him. Not just wearing a shirt, it could be more than that.
Wow. Uh, the little those little extra things, and I know Kylon and you have a different relationship than being a regular fan and stuff outside of the ring, but
Yes.
uh, these other things that the fans that go an extra, just a little bit extra to show their support for their favorite wrestlers, they always see that stuff. They always respond to it, and they're always given at these independent shows. And boys and girls, that's why I really, really love these shows, because at the independent shows, it's so much different. And I know we speak upon the interactions that you get to do at the shows comparing to a bigger platform company, being maybe the WWE or AEW or some of the other bigger platforms. But after a PPW Alley fight, or even after one of their a Diesel Mania being their WrestleMania show, after these shows, the talents are really given with their time, and you can take pictures with them, you can speak with them, and hang out with them. Do you find that that's like one of my most favorite parts of independent wrestling?
So like the the wrestlers give the fans a home. Like if you they will make you feel welcome. They'll make you want to come back, spend money, and buy their merch and different things. That's why once you join one of the wrestling talents homes like Paradise Alley or Test of Strength, they make you feel love. They make you feel like you want to go every time.
Now, branching from PAPW to some of these other promotions, was it any of the wrestlers, maybe specifically Kylon King and or some Dustin Flash Waller, uh, going to other promotions that wanted you to travel and check out some of the other stuff, or was it just I want to check out something different than Paradise Alley?
I, yes, it was. It was. I think Test of Strength show. It was Fight for Your Dreams made us want to go more often since Pylon was there. So that's what made us travel to the show. I want to see him more wrestle. So I can even observe to do some stuff that he could do, but I could do it better.
Oh, wow. Hey, that's between you and him. Nah, I didn't say none of that. That's between you and him. um, did you not speak upon not too long ago that you might were want to become a wrestler? Is that what's going on?
Yes, yes, that is.
Has that advanced at all? Have you started training, or what's going on?
Not yet. I'm not training yet, but I'll do it. I'll probably do it next year after high school.
Okay. Do you have maybe a persona or a vision of how you think your gear should look, or what you would perceive yourself to look coming to the ring? I mean, do you have any vision of that right now?
Yes, I do. I surely do.
Um, all right. Maybe you can share with us. What would Donis's ring name be? I mean, if you could share with us. I mean, if it's a secret, that's fine. But if you want to share with us, I'm just trying to maybe get a little information. What would your ring name be, Adonis?
Well, I brought a sign to my salad that had my name on it that says the HypeMan, DonnieDaDon. So that would be really what my name would be, DonnieDaDon.
Oh, okay. Would there, uh, would you be a good guy or a bad guy, or that hasn't come to your thoughts
I'll
yet?
be the face character. I'll be a face.
Oh, okay, all right. Uh, do you have a vision of what your gear or what you'd be wearing would look like? Well, give us a little, paint a picture for us.
Well, I'll be wearing like a jacket that has my name on the back, and it will say hype since the date of birth I was born. So hype since '05 because I was born 2005.
Okay,
And gear will be my gear will be like the tights, but it has my name on the side of it and a pat like my logo on the side of it. So it'll be
okay,
one side of the name and then patch on the other side.
all right. Kick pads, no kick pads, knee pads, elbow pads, bandana, any other type of props?
I'll probably glasses. I'm not gonna lie, glasses.
I can see that definitely. uh, what would your entrance theme be? Your music? What would you come out to?
Uh, I didn't think about that yet, but I still have some in mind.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to drag out whatever I could because, maybe when the time comes and we see Adonis has gone through his training and he's ready to hit that ring, I'm just trying to prep us a little bit to maybe we can. But you never know, boys and girls. Your first notion or your first vision, it could change either through your training, and your trainer might see a vision, and you might collaborate and do something different when you first come out as a character or a wrestler. You never know. But I'm just trying to get a painted picture of Adonis coming through that curtain, ready to rumble, if you will. Oh my God! I hope Mr. Buffer doesn't monetize me for that. Holy cow! Um, Now, not just obviously there's personalities in the ring that we see with the wrestlers and whatnot, but surrounding the wrestlers being the referees, the ring
Yes,
announcer. Let's talk about Mr. Matt DeCourt. You love you some Matt DeCourt, don't you?
yes, amazing guy. I even when I went to an NAW show in Massachusetts, I didn't know he was there until the day I went. He was there, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he was like, "I had got a call that had to bring him out for the show." I'm like, "Oh wow, I didn't even know." And yeah, he's an awesome guy, loving, hearing. Every time he sees me, always says hi. Wonderful person.
Love me some Matt DeCourt. Mm. But we have the likes of Mario Mancini, Big Daddy, Talking Tommy. Those three guys right there, characters. Lots going on, lots going on over there. Love all of them guys. But I know we got off topic from where we started to where we are now, but that's because I don't write anything down and I'm stupid and I'm a jackass, so I lose train of thought. But I'm coming full circle back to George Kelly. George
Uh,
Kelly was a main staple fan over there at PAPW. He was always
he
right
sure
there at
was.
that very corner chair right when you walked into that venue. over there at the dojo, if you will, the training facility. But he has moved to a different state. And training day 33, they had a send-off, and I know we were speaking about that. So let's come full circle to the send-off with George Kelly. Could you describe what was going on? How did it go? Were there emotions happening? Tell us what happened.
Okay, so what happened was Alex Rojas, shout out to him as well. He, he was doing the speech after the show. So he invited Karen, shout out to Karen too, to the stage so she could say what she wanted to say for George. So then she said what she had to say. Then she said that she had cake for him to bring out. So that's how it happened. And that's when we did a send off. He's a big fan, big part of Paradise Valley community and the fans. Like every time I would cheer, he would join in. Every time. He's a good man.
Um, I'm sure there was plenty of hugs and stuff and whatnot over at TOS, and I know it was really hot. And again, that place is quite intimate in the setting. But you know what? I kicked myself in the ass that I wasn't there, but I had obligations going on. But I'm glad that George was there, and some of our wrestling fam was over there and giving him a send off before he moved. So that was really, really nice of you guys, and I know he felt that love, like true. Um, this guy, Q the ref, he's lost his ever damn mind, and he just, I don't know what to do about him. I can't do anything about him because he's out of control. He steals my cookies at PAPW. He wants to kick me in my head constantly. He flips me off in the ring, out the ring. He hugs my girl and flips me off. Are you fucking kidding me? You see all of this fucking madness with Q the ref. What do you think about this guy? Q the ref here.
Well, I don't have much to say, but sometimes he needs to get people off that apron. That's one staple. When like people that's not in the ring get on that thing, I feel like he's not doing enough. Like when he says get off that ring, that's when you're supposed to go. He's out of here. Like not
Right.
too many mistakes. You're out. You're
Yeah.
disrupting my match.
Yeah, because we see the likes of Edric there, his nefarious actions. And if it was just a one and done when he would get up on that apron, not the second, not the third time. And not
It's
only
just one
that,
and done. You don't get no more chances.
yeah, and not only that, he used my cookies as a ploy. You son of a bitch, Edric. And Q, because he steals them and eats them. Yeah. The thing, I'm not even getting it. But, these are the things that we do, fans, wrestlers, the stance that we have, that we do, this relationship that we have, that we go there to have fun and see the wrestling, Adonis. But you know what? That extra element of just getting involved, interacting, booing a little extra louder, saying something that may that may trigger someone, like Battle Academy meow or Hello Kitty. These things where you go just a little bit extra and you have a little bit more, and it's not too pissed. Well, okay, maybe it is to piss them off just a little bit, but it's a hell of a little bit. Yes. That pisses him right off. These are the things, though, that we have more fun with, and obviously the talent has more fun with, and they embrace it and run with it a little bit. Man, I can't even count how many times we have yelled Snapple God in different promotions, no matter where he goes. And not only that, there was a 1 year anniversary. 1 year 1 year anniversary for J Rose wrestling, being in wrestling. Okay. Behind the scenes, me and Jackie G got together and we fandangled a case of Snapple, and we brought it to the show, and we passed them out to some of the fans, and we were holding up the Snapple for it was him versus Carlito versus Mike Skyros. What a hell of a match that was! But man, did those bottles of Snapple piss that kid off? Woo, good times. Some of the things that memories we were talking about, and the connections is the theme pretty much of this week with the fans.
Yeah.
What connection really feels special to you that you've walked away with going home, and that something that you'll always remember? And let's take out Miracle Generation and put it to the side, because we know you have a bond there with the Miracle Gen, because you could probably talk all night about those special feelings with Miracle Gen. But what connection that has really hit Adonis with the talents out there?
I would have to say the most memorable was when Sunset won the championship. That's the moment right there that made me realize it takes years for practice and practice until you get that one match. It's your official moment to shine and show people that you are capable of so many different things that will make you champion. So many memories.
I absolutely would have cried all night long if I did not attend that PAPW event and was not there live to see it, and had to look through Fogman's lens and see it from his perspective, because I want to be there live when these things. And I know we can't go to all the shows, boys and girls, but man, that one right there, when Sunset Steven Garcia won that championship at PAPW Alley Fights, oh my goodness, that was a great memory, Adonis. A great memory.
I can't even lie. I can't even lie. I was about to get emotional for Steven myself. That's when it hit hard.
But you've seen him through his whole career, right?
Yes.
So I mean, you've seen what he's gone through, the sacrifices that it takes to be a wrestler, because he has a beautiful family with him. Not now, but he had a shiny new baby not that long ago. So these sacrifices that take you away from your family to do this thing that you love called wrestling, to make a livelihood out of it for your beautiful family. You've seen what he's gone through, so you can appreciate a win, that championship win, like Steve, Sunset did. That was such a great moment. Do you have anything else that really stands out?
It really stood out when HypeMan and Maxim Wars to become Intercontinental Champion for Paradise Valley Pro Wrestling.
It's cool. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So many. It's so many movies I can't even think of, but those are the two right there.
All right. PAPW, they have the big belt, the US, the IC, and the tags. I would really like to see a women's division start to flourish over there, because that would kind of put the cap on the divisions. And I guess the general divisions, because the women's division has just come up over the years, the past 5 to 10 years. It's really, really changed. So I hope in the near future that PPW does that, does something about that, and spins it around. And you could see that, though, right? They are missing that factor. I mean, Skylar Gray, I know she doesn't have many matches, if at all. I mean, without getting in the mix with the guys, but I mean, I would love to see a women's division and see what Skylar can really do over there at PAPW, some one-on-one stuff, and really let's see these skills, because her mouth is plenty loud. It does a lot of work. So I want to see what she can do in the ring. Maybe Maybe I should edit that out so she doesn't claw my eyes. Holy shit. Adonis, we're talking connections. We're talking memories. We're talking the talent that we love. We're talking the things that Adonis loves in wrestling. We're talking Adonis becoming a professional wrestler himself.
Yes.
Is there anything that we have not spoken of tonight that you wanted to talk about on SCP?
We really haven't covered everything.
Okay, please, let's continue and hit me. You lead the way, my friend.
It's some matches I would love to see. I would really. This is for Tessa Sharp though. I would really love to see Marcos Santiago goes one on one for that championship against Karen Bam Bam. Yes, and I said it. Karen Bam Bam.
Your Grace, our queen, Karen Bam Bam. That would be amazing. Excellent choice. Okay, please continue, my friend.
And some also matchups I would love to see. And it's one that's being Greg Baylor. I would love to see Fly Knight turn on Greg Baylor.
I'm down with that. I'm definitely because Greg Baylor's a bum. Period.
Yeah. Let's. I'm going to talk about the future. With me, that's where I'm going to start. I would really love to have a matchup with one of the Battle Academy members.
Okay.
I would. I would want to have a match against Lucas Chase for that Intercontinental Championship.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's so many matches we need to see in professional wrestling that still haven't happened yet.
All right. Well, yeah, that first one, I am so down with Karen Bam Bam versus Marcus Santiago, but we just saw the Waterbury Screwjob at Undeniable 3, 5, 12. Shit, I forgot where we
Good.
at. 3. Undeniable 3, Waterbury Screwjob. So, as much as I love the sound of that match that you described, I really want to see Ryan Frost get his hands not only on Marco Santiago, but Honest Abe. This Honest Abe himself. And let's talk about. You were talking about. What happened? Okay, you were talking about when a talent gets up on the apron and ref Q when he says get off the apron. That's a one and done. Get the F out of here. You're in the back
Yes.
so we can have the match continue. Correct? That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Can we please, for every single thing that's good in this world, one match, Ryan Frost versus Marcus Santiago one-on-one, a rematch for that TLS championship with Honest Abe banned from the ring, period. He can walk him out. He can show off his champion all he wants. But after that, before the bell rings, drag your ass back behind that
Look at that.
curtain and anybody, I mean anyone that comes out from the back, from the front, from the side, through the roof, through the venting system and interferes in that match, it's an automatic DQ. It's an automatic drop of the belt. Everything is on the table. That belt is Ryan Frost. Are you
Yes.
with me, my friend?
I definitely agree. Yes, I
Oh,
definitely agree.
yes. So let's TOS higher ups. I know that's a lot that I just threw in for one match, and I'm sure the higher ups are not on board for all of what I just chit chatted. I would be called a jobber if that by the GM himself, if he ever listens to that clip, that segment right there. But that's what I would want to see. Those are the stipulations. Get that done, but I know it won't happen. But it is what it is. Anything else that we have not spoken upon, except maybe some of those matches that you were speaking of?
We can talk about some stipulations. The stip when I want to wrestle, I feel like the stimulation I feel good at will be a street fight, and I would want to set a trend that we will have like a Hell in a Cell match, steel cage, mixed tag matches. There's so many things in wrestling that we could have, but we have to show that we can earn them, and showing the people that you can be strong, and show them that you have positivity, and show people that you could be the motion. Show the fans that they want to see something.
Okay. As a norm, from match to match to match, or are we doing traditional matches with some of these specialty matches thrown in there? What are you talking here?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, traditional matches, and then if it keeps going to a boiling point, that's where the final stipulation comes into.
Got you. So
Let's talk
you would
about
be
Mark Alexander and Red Sawyer. That is so much that it's going to be a street fight at Fight for Your Dreams 5. That's how
that
much
should be in
it
the
boils to.
that should be in a cage though, like for real. Like
Yes.
I mean, I know that Red Sawyer is a damn lunatic, and it might seem like we're trying to throw Mark Alexander in a cage with a lunatic, but Mark Alexander can handle himself, and I think he would fare well. But I would like to see a cage. Again, the GM would call me a jobber for that. Yeah, the stipulation thing, that's the thing that you would be known for, is when storylines or these heated rivalries need a closure. You would do a
Yes.
stipulation match.
Yes.
So you're looking to bleed, you're looking to use weaponry, you're looking to gash your body open and end up in a local medical facility. You're looking to take tacks out of your ass. You're looking to take chair shots over your fucking head. You're looking to take bats wrapped with barbed wire to your face. You're looking to be set ablaze. Possibly, you're looking to do many questionable things within your career. I feel it may be a short career in one Adonis Stewart.
Yes.
All of that.
with
all of that I just said, you gave me a yeah. That's what you're ready for.
I'll be ready for anything.
That's a big plate, boys and girls. We'll see how that pans out. I love the thought. I love the gumption. We'll see where that goes. So, who would you like to have your very first match with?
I would have to say the king, Mr. 203 himself, Tyler King. I will have to do a one-on-one with him to test my strengths and my values to the ring.
Oh, I see what you did there. My test of strength. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right. Very fine choice, and I kind of expected it, but I had to ask anyway. Anything else we have not spoken of that you want to give us on STP?
And I would love to have a street fight with Fly 9 Noriega.
He's a fly SMFer in the room, though.
Not in my eyes. He has to prove that to me.
Oh, to you specifically.
You have to prove that. Yeah, we'll have to prove that in the ring.
All right. Do you have any new promotions that you've seen out there in the medias or anything that you're looking to maybe check out or anything like that?
Oh, it's only been around here that I've been looking at. Basically saying Connecticut, Mass, basically them 2 states.
All right. Coming up this weekend, actually, the 13th, Saturday the 13th, I'll be up in Massachusetts, but at the North Haven Fairgrounds, there's a debut right here in Connecticut, a debut of a brand new promotion. And they are joining forces with Bikers Against Animal Cruelty. And throughout their event, they are having Tetsu Pro Wrestling is making their debut at this event for Bikers Against Animal Cruelty. Look it up. You cannot mistake the event. It's BAAC is the acronym, Bikers Against Animal Cruelty. And there's something about negligence and cruelty. The event is called. I forget the exact name of the event, but that's happening this Saturday, August 13th, at the North Haven Fairgrounds. So you want to check out a new promotion? You're in Connecticut. Give it a look-see. Did you hear about this place at all, this promotion at all?
No, you just told me about it. So I didn't even know.
Oh, so maybe you and King might be doing something Saturday. You never know.
We might be on vacation, so we could stay.
Adonis, you've shared so much with us tonight, and I appreciate your time hanging out with us on STP. I wish you the best on your future wrestling endeavors. Please keep us, please keep us posted. If you have your very first match, when you have your very first match, I definitely want to get you back on STP as a professional wrestler and not as a fan. Maybe we can work that out.
Yes.
All right. That would be awesome.
I actually love to give 3 shout outs out.
Oh.
Caesar, NCC, Alex, tag partner Alex, and I would love to give a shout out to Johnny Burke. JB,
what's up, baby? We've spent a fine hour with our friend Adonis tonight. Middle of fan week on STP. What a fine conversation. Talking connections, the future of the possibility of a future pro wrestler right here. And one Adonis Stewart. Thank you for spending the time with us, my friend. I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I feel honored.
Oh, thank you so much. We feel honored that you came on and joined us, the fans, on Fan Week on SCP. This is Stir in the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, Adonis Stewart. Thank you once again, my man.
You're welcome.